So, news broke today that Governor Gavin Newsom is facing yet another recall threat in California. And in 2021, you, in fact, were the top Republican candidate in the first recall election against him. And now, 3 years later, what is your reaction to this new push to recall him? Why is it necessary to report him? And does this particular effort have any teeth to it? Because I feel like there's always petitions being launched against him to oust him.
Well, Kat, I kind of told all in my book that just now came out called As Goes California, My Mission to Rescue the Golden State and Save the Nation. And it's all about why I decided to run, what the issues were, the number of people that are leaving California, the high cost of living, or the average price of a home in California is twice that of the national average. Our schools are near the bottom. We have a high percentage of the nation's homelessness. I think about 30% of the nation's homeless population lives here in California. We have a very high poverty rate. And The crime from 2019 in many areas, like in the Bay Area, LA, San Diego, is substantially up. We have a governor who's been supporting these soft on crime DAs, like the one that got recalled in San Francisco, the one here in LA, who's faced two recall challenges. He supports, Gavin Newsom does, cashless bail, which, in my opinion, is what's causing some of the crime to go up. So all the problems that took place in 2021, Kat, in my opinion, have only gotten worse. Also, the budget's gotten worse. At one time, there was a budget surplus of about $100 billion that Gavin Newsom bragged about. Now that's a budget deficit of $73 billion. So our finances are awful. People are leaving. The people who are leaving are wealthier than the people who are coming here. There's been a net loss of about 1 million people in California in the last 3 years. Things are not getting any better. So I understand why people want a recall effort. As to your second question, whether it's doable, it's tough. California, Republicans are outnumbered almost 3-1 here in California. A large number of people since the first recall in 2003 are now registered as Democrats compared to 2003. There's about a 25% decline in registered Republicans and about a 50% increase in decline in state or non-party preferences, or what are called independents in other states. And independents in California typically vote Democrat. A Republican has not won statewide in California in almost 20 years. So it's going to be hard. But it doesn't mean that it's not worth the effort, because Gavin Newsom is thinking about running for president. I don't believe that Gavin Newsom is going to replace Kamala Harris in the event that Joe Biden can't fog up a mirror come November. But a lot of people do. And if that's serious, just reminding people of how bad things are in California, how he shut down the state in a more severe way than anybody else did. About a third of all restaurants in California, most of these are owned and run by people of color, the kinds of people that people on the left claim that they care about, are now gone forever. And if you think about it, something like almost 70% of the nation believes we're on the wrong track. Why? The economy. Why is the economy so bad? Because of all the money that Joe Biden spent to help to cause inflation. Gavin Newsom applauded it. Gas prices are high. Why? Because of this war on oil and gas and this, in my opinion, hysteria about climate change. Gavin Newsom wants to bar the sale of new gas-powered cars by 2035. It's my long way of saying he's more of a climate change extremist than Joe Biden is. Gavin Newsom has said nothing at all about the porous borders. In fact, California is a sanctuary state. So if you're unhappy about how the country is going, what in the world makes you think Gavin Newsom has a prescription to make things better? And regarding pulling out of Afghanistan, which in my opinion has caused Putin to be more aggressive, China to be more aggressive, and Iran to be more aggressive, Gavin Newsom was one of the few politicians who applauded what Joe Biden did when he pulled out the troops in Afghanistan. So there's nothing, in my opinion, about Gavin Newsom's resume that would suggest to me, if I'm somebody who's unhappy about the direction of the country, that he's the guy. So the recall effort, if it just points out some of these kinds of things, if it doesn't succeed, to me, will still be a worthy effort.
Mm.